This is Len K. You're watching Spotlight TV. Yeah, last Saturday I was at both places for a little while in terms of sort of the clash last Saturday night, if you will. Yeah, I started at the Horror Fest. I got to talk to John Lyons and those guys, and it started at the Roadhouse. I was hoping to see a little bit more of the film at the Roadhouse there, but or Theater 145. The film got underway a little late, and I couldn't stay as much into the film as I wanted to, but I got to see maybe 45 minutes or so of it. And then I went kind of bouncing back and forth between the Horror Fest and Theater 145, and I had a good time at both places, and came back for a little bit of the after party at Theater 145 afterwards. So, whether I think it's good or bad, I mean, who cares? I mean, they're different things. I don't really know the versus the conflict between the two, you know, but. You know, whatever's good for the community. If they feel a competition like that is good, then obviously that's what they went for and did it. As for Erie Film being dead for this year, I don't think that's true at all. John Lyons did the best thing this Erie's ever seen with his Schism movie. There's not another local thing from me or anybody else that could even think about touching that kind of film quality. I mean, that's some of the best lighting and that I've ever seen in an indie feature of any budget level. So in terms of indie film being a slow year or not, no, John came forth with the best thing, you know, maybe that in the country that indie film has seen this year. So I would say no, just because he was the only filmmaker to really put something out until the past week or two here. I wouldn't call that dead. I mean, especially with the quality he came out with that. So with me, we have so many digital effect shots and Warriors, and there was just no way I could rush it and just try to play a local fest. You know, would I draw a big number for them? Probably. But and then, you know, there was some stuff about that. I know attendance-wise for some things haven't been too special for local stuff. And I mean, at the Roadhouse, I did, for the show last week, and I mean, it was going up against the Horror Fest, so I think expecting a jam-packed house might have been a little unrealistic for it. I mean, you had two big things, and maybe the Horror Fest didn't draw big, and they canceled each other out a little bit. I don't know, but in terms of Erie Film being dead, I don't think so. I think next year it'll have more and more. I mean, I'll have two films out next summer, Warriors in the spring, and I might not even debut that in the spring. I might wait and maybe debut it at a festival. I'm not sure yet. So, but in terms of Erie Film being dead, I don't think so. I think with Erie Film you just have to be careful of what you're telling the viewer it is and what the audience is going to expect. If I'm going to go in and say my film is like The Godfather and you come watch a Killer Wolf movie expecting to see The Godfather, I think you'd be a little disappointed. So I think from day one with Swamp Zombies I had said you would come see Bullets, Blood, and Boobs, and no matter what you expected, you did see that. And you've seen it in Curse, you've seen it in Fist, and you'll see it in Warriors too. So I'm not going to say I'm like another film or this or that, just come out and watch it. People know that, of course, with a title like Warriors of the Apocalypse, obviously it's more of a futuristic kind of post-nuke kind of throwback to the 80 films of that genre. But am I going to say it's like a Mad Max or something? No. I mean, that's a landmark film, so am I going to compare it to something like that? No. But would I say it's a throwback to sort of the Italian post-nuke films of that era? Yeah, might be.
This is Kristen Lestat, motherfuckers.